Hello again, everybody. Haven't made a video for a little bit on this. I kind of had to, we had some stuff come up. My area got some massive flooding, and it's actually declared a disaster area now, I guess. We actually didn't get it as bad as a lot of people did. We actually drive through a creek, which I'll put up a couple of shots of the creek after the flood. Our yard used to cover those rocks, so yeah, you can see how much washed out. This used to go on down there, and we got a little bit of water. Now down here, let's take a look at this driveway. You can see even the four-wheel drive is going to have a little trouble with that. Here's where the tire track goes. And then, of course, we went straight across the creek and then straight down the creek, you know. That part down there, I know right down there is a spot I'll have to work. I always do. I had blacktop across here. I found it. There's my blacktop. It lifted that whole section of blacktop up, picked it up from here, got under it I guess, and pushed it over to there. And you may notice that ain't supposed to be there. This all washed out. Now, of course, we got our solar system, so we still have some power. Our bigger stuff like my welder and stuff like that I can't use, but we've got our TV and stuff, but we don't have no internet because that's the internet line and the phone line right there. Get a better shot of this so you can see. Okay. That's where we're going to have to drive up at, right there. Yeah, we couldn't get out for a little while and didn't have any commercial power. Of course, we had the solar, and I had a gasoline water pump, so we had water. We didn't have air conditioner though, because solar won't run the air conditioner. And then we had, of course, several days of very cloudy skies and of course no solar. So once the batteries ran down, I had to resort to a generator, and you know, those are expensive to run, but I charged my batteries back up with that, and we could run our air conditioners, and we could run the washer and dryer and stuff like that. So yeah. But yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm not as good with words as my buddy Goose from the Here to Chew Bubblegum podcast. So I'll put up a little excerpt of him telling kind of what happened, and where you can go to help if you would like to help. This area needs help, and I'm going to put up a few pictures in the background of what all happened, and you know, we'll just go from there.
On Thursday, July 28th, 2022, a lot of families in southeastern Kentucky woke up to flood, devastation, and despair. Hello everyone, I'm Goose from Here to Chew Bubblegum, and I'm proud to say that I'm from eastern Kentucky. Our area has experienced some of the worst flooding that we have ever saw. In just 2 hours, 8 to 12 inches of rain fell, leaving many families homeless. They lost their homes, property, family heirlooms, and quite a few have lost their lives. You can help and support people in eastern Kentucky get back on their feet. All you have to do is go to teamekyfloodreliffund.ky.gov. teamekyfloodreliffund.ky.gov. Again, you can go to teamekyfloodreliffund.ky.gov. You can make a donation. If you live locally, please get in touch with someone in your community to find out how you can help. Thank you very much. God bless.
All right, so after all that, yeah, I finally got back on the gasifier, and pretty much I think I have it ready to, almost ready to test. Now, let me flip you around here and show you what all I've got. Okay, you can see gasifier is mounted in the car, has the hopper on top of it with the cooling tubes. And this is the output. The input is under the car. It's kind of just sitting there. Nothing's welded in. It's actually sitting on a 2x3, so nothing's welded in yet. But it's sitting there to kind of get everything in position, to see where everything needs to go. Okay, so the output runs up and into, now I don't know how this connection right here is going to work. That is, well, same as this. It's a rubber connection, and that's going to have a lot of heat, so I may have to get some type of a temperature resistant. I don't think it's going to lose enough heat for that to survive, so I'm not looking for that to last very long. Right now, ordering stuff around here is kind of hard. Our post office got destroyed, so yeah. I actually have some stuff for the gasifier in the mail. It was probably destroyed, I don't know. But anyway, I'm kind of waiting on that. But I went ahead today, and we do have commercial power back and all that. So we don't no internet yet, but we do have commercial power. But anyway, I went ahead and welded this up. These are fence posts. It's an 8-foot long piece. I cut it in half, so it's 4 foot. Rubber caps on the ends. Now these should be fine. That one and this one should be fine. This one should be fine because by the time it gets to here, it's supposed to be cool anyway. Okay, this is, I think it was 1.5 inches conduit, and I welded them together. Now I'm going to have to elevate it a little bit to get a little bit of a draft under it so that it can cool better. So yeah, that will be my cooling tubes. And really this is about ready to fire up once I get everything sealed up, and I'm gonna have to order another one of those. I think I may try it just to see if it melts it. It melts it, which it probably will melt it. But anyway, yeah, this is pretty much about ready to fire up and fire off. Now, what we're going to do from here, okay, we're going to have a PVC pipe come out of here because it's going to be cooled already by the time it gets to here. And the PVC is going to go down, and it will go into a condensate tank. And out of the condensate tank, it's going to go into a filter. And from the filter, of course, straight up to the engine. So we're about, I mean, we're getting quite a bit done here. These are my cooling tubes, of course, and I'm going to have another one to drop out the bottom of this to drain out the condensate from the hopper. But yeah, that's a little bit of progress. I haven't been filming as much as probably should while I was working on it, but actually haven't worked on it for a little while until today. We have been busy digging our way out. I'll show you a quick shot of the driveway and what all got done. Okay, so it doesn't look that great now, but actually I had this looking pretty good, and the company I work for, they let me borrow a backhoe, and I brought it up here and I worked this down, and I actually had it looking pretty good. And well, it rained and again. And it ended up, when I rode my truck over it, or actually when I drove the backhoe over it, it was like it it sunk out of sight. But just driving my truck over it, it was sinking in. I brought some little pieces of blacktop home from work to put in, kind of try to build this up. We still have poles laying all over the place, and they set me another one right there. It has the power on it, but the telephone and internet is still ain't on the ground there. So yeah, I guess I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with these poles. Get them out of the way. I'll probably have to cut them up to haul them off. I took the backhoe and shoved that up through there and kind of jammed it in behind that tree so that it wouldn't, like, if the water got back up, it wouldn't pick it up and wash it down the creek. Yeah, I haven't had my phone out here when I was working. For one thing, we were using the phone as a hotspot for internet on the TV, so if I took my phone, no one would have internet. So, you know, I mean, nowadays that's a necessity, I guess. But anyway, yeah, that is how my driveway looks. It's much better than what it was, though. I was getting my truck out with what it was before, but just barely. And I was afraid I was going to tear my truck up, and it's too good of a truck to tear up. So, yeah, we're gonna keep driving on this, and hopefully it'll pack in good. And sometime or another, I'll get some milling or some gravel, and I'll put that over top of it. And once I do that, the driveway should be square. I think if I could get a hold of a culvert, or at least a small one, to drain the water off most of the time. Now when the flood gets up, or when the water gets up, it's going to run over it no matter what you do. But at least we could kind of prevent some of the erosion that's happening. It's not as bad because I took creek rock. I actually took and I scooped up some creek rock down there and dumped it in here, and that will hold better. But yeah, like I said, haven't done anything with this yet. This is still all washed out. A little swimming hole there now though, after we did the driveway. Anyway, yeah, just a little update on the driveway situation. Anyway, I guess that's be it for this little video. Not very much. Like I said, very busy lately. But I appreciate everybody that has tried to get a hold of me and make sure I was okay. I really do. It means a lot that a lot of y'all were concerned enough to email me and message me on YouTube and ask me how I was. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. But I appreciate everybody watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one.